Falls were lightly guarded by perhaps as few as 60 warriors. In light of this new intelligence, a council of war was convened and a military expedition under the command of Captain William Turner was authorized. The force consisted of about 150 mounted men and a few foot soldiers and guides. Oddly, this expedition also included a chaplain, Reverend Hope Atherton of Hatfield. From what I can gather, the only goal of the expedition was to launch a surprise attack on the villages and bring about total destruction. In order to accomplish that goal, the expedition needed to cover approximately 20 miles under the cover of darkness and fjord 3 rivers without being detected. With the help of a thunderstorm which sent some Native American sentries to their wigwams and the continuous noise of the waterfall, they arrived at Peskeomskut at daybreak on the morning of May 12th. Turner's force targeted the village at the north side of the river, Wissatinniwag, located at the far side.
Once within the still sleeping village, the soldiers, now on foot, dispersed amongst the wigwams and at the appointed signal began firing at the occupants. Imagine the terror of the Native Americans, most of whom were women and children, experienced waking to the sounds of gunfire within their homes and finding their only escape was jumping into the torrent which would carry them to their deaths on the rocks below the falls. Soldiers reported more than 100 bodies dead on the ground, and another 130 had been sent to their deaths over the falls. During the slaughter, only one colonist was killed when he was mistaken for an Indian. Upon emerging from a wigwam, the Puritan cleric, Increase Mather, would later call this a great and notable slaughter amongst them in his 1676 book, A Brief History of the War with the Indians in New England. Mather had not taken issue 5 months earlier in December 1675, when hundreds of Native American women and children were burned to death in their wigwams at the Great Swamp Fight. His and other Puritan clerics of condemnation for that massacre may have given men such as Turner green light for the killing of women and children.
The place where we are standing right now was stolen from Native Americans by white people who conducted a genocidal raid on this land. And every time we say Turner's Falls, we conjure that back up. So Lynx and Julia and I would like to invite everybody here to participate in a Noisecapades performance that doesn't end, wherein we stop calling this place Turner's Falls and start calling it Great Falls. As Ben Hersey just pointed out, this place is riddled by ghosts, and it's not exactly our fault, but it is our fault that we keep conjuring it every time we say its name. Thank you.
Okay, I gotta go warm up.